Good morning, all of you. Chalo, what we have done in last lecture? HRF completed. Then we have started one concept. Which one? Chalo. Chalo, what we have started in last lecture. So it means you have not done homework. Homework means revision. You haven't done revision. We have started pension. Two types of pension are there. First one, commuted and uncommuted. Commuted means, chalo, હવે તો જવાબ આપો બધા, ચલો. Commuted pension means ચલો જલ્દી. Commuted pension means એટલે lump sum. Okay. And uncommuted means online students. Okay, pension given in lump sum amount. Okay, monthly pension. So let me share the screen. Uncommuted pension means monthly payment. Commuted pension means lump sum payment. I have given you the trick. Long word એટલે કે uncommuted, periodical, lump sum, commuted. Short word એટલે commuted. Very short word છે, commuted and lump sum. And periodical and uncommuted, both are long words. Chalo. Formula. We have to remember the formula. If the employee in receipt of gratuity, look, we are learning right now pension, but if a person is receiving gratuity as well as pension, then exemption is 1/3 of the amount of pension. 1/3 of the amount of pension which he would have received had he commuted the whole of the pension. એટલે કે 1/3 amount exempt. And second one, if a person does not receive gratuity, it means a person is receiving pension only, not gratuity, then one half of the amount will be exempt. ખ્યાલ આવે છે સર? આવું શું કામ? જો if you are getting exempt means gratuity also, then you are getting the benefit of gratuity and pension. You are getting the benefit of gratuity as well as pension. So 1/3 of the amount will be exempt. For example, you are receiving 6 lakh rupees. You are receiving 6 lakh rupees. So 6 lakh multiplied by 1/3. It means 2 lakh rupees will be exempt and 4 lakh rupees will be taxable. But you are not in receipt of gratuity. You are just receiving pension only. Then one half of the amount will be exempt. So 6 lakh multiplied by one half, it will be 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh taxable, 3 lakh exempt. Clear? Sir, how to calculate this? That we will discuss in illustration. First of all, notes. Judges of Supreme Court and High Court will be entitled to the exemption of full entire amount, fully exempt allowances. Then any commuted pension received by individual out of annuity plan of the Life Insurance Corporation from a fund set up by that incorporation will be exempt. Specific exemption. If any commuted pension received by person out of the annuity plan of LIC, then it is exempt. Now, start. Before going to the exam, you are supposed to read this chart only. A chart વાંચી લ્યો એટલે your concept will be clear. But this chart is for revising, okay? Not for vision. Vision માટે તો પહેલા જોવું પડે. Then you can revise here. So pension is bifurcated into two parts: commuted, uncommuted. Commuted means if a person like employee of central government, local authority, statutory corporation, MLA, MP, means civil services, defense services are receiving, then it is fully exempt. It will be fully exempt. Other employees. So other employees are again bifurcated into two parts. If employee is in receipt of gratuity, then 1/3. If employee is not in receipt of gratuity, then 1/2. A simple logic check. If you are getting benefit of both, then ochu exemption mode. Then you are beneficial for lower amount, એટલે 1/3. But if you are getting the benefit of pension only, then 1/2. Okay, ગોખવાનું નથી. Simple. Then uncommuted, fully taxable. Government employee, other employee, receipt of gratuity, not in receipt of gratuity, nothing. કાંઈ જોવાનું નહીં. If you are receiving uncommuted pension, fully taxable. Uncommuted એટલે periodical. Done? Clear? Chalo. Let's do one question in which we will discuss how that formula will be applied. Done? Chalo. Mr. Sagar, who retired on 1st October 2021. Chalo Jai. 1st October 2021 is receiving 5,000 rupees per month as pension. On 1st February 2022, he commuted 60% of his pension. જો અત્યાર સુધી uncommuted હતું. Mr. Sagar જે 1st October 2021 ના રિટાયર થાય છે એને monthly receive કરશે 5,000 rupees as pension. But on 1st February 2022, future માં ચાલી છે આપણે. On 1st February 2022, he commuted 60% of his pension and received 3 lakh rupees. So 60% commute कर દીધા અને 3 lakh rupees મળ્યા. તો 60% 3 lakh, તો 100% કેટલું હોય? 60% is 3 lakh. Then 100% how much? 5 lakh rupees, na? ચલો તો ટોટલ પેન્શન કેટલું છે એનું 5 લાખ રૂપીસ ખ્યાલ આવી ગયો એમાંથી એને 3 લાખ રૂપીસ કમ્યુટ કરાવી લીધા સર એ કેમ ખબર પડી ક્લિયરલી given ના 60% પેન્શન and received 3 lakh rupees commuted done you are supposed to calculate pension the amount of taxable pension first one if he is government employee. Second one, if he is private sector employee and in receipt of gratuity of 5 lakh rupees. And third one, private employee but doesn't receive any gratuity. 3 types. Okay, let's discuss one by one. ચલો ગવર્મેન્ટ એમ્પ્લોયી હોય કે અધર એમ્પ્લોયી હોય અનકમ્યુટેડ પેન્શન ફુલ્લી ટેક્સેબલ કેટલું છે અનકમ્યુટેડ પેન્શન uncommuted pension monthly payment is uncommuted pension 5000 rupees right chalo let me write down the heading चलो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अनकम्युटेड पेंशन राइट કેટલો આવે છે અનકમ્યુટેડ પેન્શન 5000 પર મંથ છે પર એનમ 60000 બટ રિટાયર્ડ ઓન read Mr. Sagar retired on 1st October 2021 so October 2021 November 2021 December 2021 January 22 February 22 and March 22 it means 6 months total, he will receive uncommuted pension. Now, sir, what will be the amount? 5,000 rupees per month. Sir, 5,000 every month? Yes, but one point. On 1st February 22, he commute 60 percentage amount. It means here he is receiving full amount. Now, on 1st February onwards, he will receive only, yes, exactly. He will receive only 40 percentage amount. Sir, how? 60% commute karavi lida. Now, he has only 2 lakh rupees in balance. So, October, November, December, January, full 5,000. But from November, February onwards, 5,000 multiplied by 40 percentage only. Sir, how? 60% commuted. Commuted means lump sum payment received. So, remaining amount will be uncommuted. The total amount received 24,000 rupees. Look, 100% pension અત્યારે એમનું pending છે. Done? Now, October 21, he is retired on October 21 and he is receiving 5,000 rupees as pension. So, on October, I have received 5,000, November 5,000, December 5,000, January 5,000. But now, on February 2022, I decided that I will commute my 60 percentage pension. Suppose if you are Mr. Sagar and you are deciding that I will get my 60 percentage amount, તો હું 60 percentage amount લઈ લઉં છું, then remaining amount is 40 percentage 2 lakh rupees. So આ 100% મને 5,000 મળતા હતા, તો 40% how much? 2,000. Done? So uncommuted pension is 24,000 rupees. Clear? Now commuted pension. Commuted pension. Sir, commuted pension is 3 lakh rupees given. 3 lakh rupees given. But if you remember, anything received by government employee is exempt. Commuted, no? Commuted only. So, this 3 lakh rupees will be exempt under section 10, subsection 10A. So, what will be in outer column? 3 lakh minus 3 lakh, 24,000. So, taxable amount will be 24,000 plus 0. 24,000 plus, sir, 24,000 will be exempt? No. Uncommuted pension is fully taxable for all type of employees. Clear? Online students, clear? Government employee? चलो ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स, चलो let's move to the private employees. Now what will be the situation for private employees? private employees in receipt of gratuity. So what will be the treatment of uncommuted pension? Same or different? Same or different? Arjan? Yes, it is fully taxable. So uncommuted pension will be same. The only thing that will be changed is for commuted pension. So now private employee in receipt of gratuity. We are not concerned with the amount, okay? He is in receipt of gratuity. So now here this formula will be applicable. Commuted pension received divided by commuted percentage. Now forget the formula. Apply your logic. How much he is receiving? 3 lakh rupees. And that is how much? 60 percentage. So what will be the full amount? 5 lakh. First, that is the percentage. If you apply this formula over here, look. Let me write down over here. So it will be understood. 1 divided by 1 divided by 3 multiplied 1 હવે અહીંયા નહીં થાય પછી એને ફોર્મ્યુલા સેટ કરી દીધું એક્સેલ 1 divided by 3 done. Now commuted pension received, what received? 3 lakh rupees. 3 lakh rupees divided by percentage. What is the percentage? 60 percentage. Multiply by 100 percentage. So 100 percentage. If you apply this formula, you will get 5 lakh rupees only. 5 lakh multiply by 1/3, 1,66,667 rupees. What I try to say, look, 3 lakh divided by 60 percentage is 5 lakh rupees. એટલે કે you are supposed to calculate full pension amount and then apply 1/3 or 1/2. First of all, you are supposed to calculate full pension amount and then apply 1/3 or 1/2. ફોર્મ્યુલા નહીં વાંચો, ફોર્મ્યુલા ભૂલી જાઓ. Look, 3 lakh rupees divided by 60 percentage, 5 lakh rupees. Done. Now 5 lakh rupees in bracket multiply by 1 divide by 3 multiply by 100 percentage. આવી ગયું 1,66,666.7. Look, if I want to write down as per the formula, this is your formula here. ऊपर जो ऊपर I have highlighted 1/3 multiply by 3 lakh divided by 60 percentage multiply by 100%. So the answer will be 1,66,000. This will be the exempt amount. This will be the exempt amount. So total commuted pension received total pension received 3 lakh rupees. Out of which exempt amount is 1 lakh. Look, let me write down the formula over here again. 1 divided by 3 multiply by 3 lakh rupees, that is the amount received, multiply by divided by 60 percentage bracket over multiply by 100 percentage. So here taxable amount will be 3 lakh minus amount exempt 1 lakh 33,333.3 rupees. This will be the taxable amount. So sir, what will be the total amount taxable? 24,000 plus 1 lakh 33,333.33. Clear? Done? Is it clear or not? Hello. I am repeating once. Uncommuted pension, same treatment, taxable, done. Commuted pension, pension received and exemption available is one third. Why? Because in receipt of gratuity. So what is the formula? 1 divided by 3. Whatever pension received 3 lakh rupees divided by percentage of commutation multiply by 100%. Done? This is the formula. So if you apply this formula, you will get 1,66,667. Sir, how? Look. Done? So, sir, now we got the amount. But amount no શું કરવાનું? That is the exempt amount. So, whatever you receive, 3 lakh, divide minus 1,66,667, that is exempt. So, remaining amount will be taxable. That is 1,33,333. The total taxable amount commuted 24, sorry, uncommuted 24 and commuted 1,33,333.3. And working now. Hello, remaining students. Amruta, Srina, Nishtha, Himant, Rohin Banu. Hello. So you are supposed to give me the answer of third situation. Not in receipt of gratuity. Chalo. Third portion, you are supposed to give me the answer. Not in receipt of gratuity. Chalo. Uncommuted pension and commuted pension. Chalo. Give me the final figure. And you are supposed to calculate this question in your notebook, okay? Sorry? चलो जय કેટલું અમાઉન્ટ ટેક્સેબલ કરો કરો અંદર चलो डन ईशान लखाई गई तो लखो लखो અત્યારે થઈ જશે સોલ્વ એક્ઝામ માં નહીં થાય 10 subsection 10a if you want to write down the exam then under section 10 subsection 10a डन ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स चलो ओके 2 स्टूडेंट्स रिप्लाइड श्रीना धीमन जेनिल निष्ठा रोहिन बनु अमृता मयंक चलो all of you have given the correct answer वाह चलो ready है uncommuted pension same total pension received 3 lakh rupees now exemption will be 1 divided by 2 1 half 3 lakh rupees received divided by 60% multiply by 100%. If you apply the formula over here 1 divided by 2 multiply by 3 lakh rupees divided by 60% bracket over multiply by 100%. 2,50,000 will be exempt. So taxable amount will be 50,000. 24 plus 50, 74,000 will be taxable. Clear? Done? So all of you are supposed to write down this question in notebook or take the screenshot. પછી ઘરે જઈને લખવાનું ઈશાન चलो હજી એક ક્વેશ્ચન આપીશ બટ ઇન હોમવર્ક. વર્ક નથી કરતો યાર ગૂગલ મીટ. चलो नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट. તમારું મોડ્યુલ 1, 2 ને 3 નું અસાઇનમેન્ટ હું અપલોડ કરીશ. એમાં આના ક્વેશ્ચન હશે. નાનું હશે જાજુ મોટું. 5 ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પર મોડ્યુલ હશે. ચલો મોડ્યુલ આન્સર. લુક આપણે એક એક મંથના સેપરેટલી કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કર્યા હતા બટ that is for beginner stage. You are supposed to calculate like this: 5,000 rupees for 4 months plus 5,000 rupees for 2 months, but only 40%. You will get 24,000 rupees. Okay? But answer કેવી રીતે આવડે? By way of practice only. By practice. Section 10 subsection 10A exemption. લખો તો full marks. 8 marks no question છે. If you write down which section, then you will get full 8 marks. Otherwise 7 or 7.5, something like that. પ્યોર લોજિક બેઝ. ઇન્કમ ટેક્સ માં કઈ ગોખવા જેવું છે જ નહીં. તમે લોજિક જ એપ્લાય કરી રાખો એટલે તમને આવડે. સેક્શન યાદ રાખવાની થાય. ચલો ડન. લેટ્સ બિગિન વિથ ગ્રેચ્યુઇટી. ચલો ગ્રેચ્યુઇટી ઇઝ, ચલો આ ડિફિકલ્ટ છે થોડું હવે. પેન્શન જેટલું ઇઝી નથી. ગ્રેચ્યુઇટી ઇઝ voluntary payment made by employer in appreciation of services rendered by the employee. 1 mark માં gratuity ની definition આવી છે. What is gratuity? Nowadays gratuity has become a normal payment applicable to all employees. It means most of the employers are giving gratuity to their employees. કોઈ બાકી નથી. In fact, Payment of Gratuity Act, POGA, POGA Act કહેવાય. Payments of Gratuity Act 1972 is a statutory recognition of the concept of gratuity. આના માટે એક એક્ટ છે, POGA Act, separately. Almost all employers enter into an agreement with employees to pay gratuity. Sir, how exemption available? Look, exemption in respect of gratuity, section 10 subsection 10. Its treatment is discussed below. First one, retirement gratuity received under pension code or regulations applicable to the members of defense services fully exempt. Means employee of defense services or members of defense services, if they receive gratuity, then it is fully exempt. Then employees of central government, members of civil services, local authority employees, any death cum retirement gratuity is fully exempt under section 10 subsection 10 clause 1. Done. Other employees, જે ટેન્શન છે એ અધર એમ્પ્લોઈઝ માટે જ છે બધી. Covered by POGA Act and not covered by POGA Act. Other employees divided into two parts. Covered in POGA Act, not covered in POGA Act. Chalo, if covered in POGA Act 1972, any death cum retirement gratuity is exempt from tax to the extent of least of the following. Means whichever is lower will be exempt. First one, 20 lakh rupees. So if you receive 25 lakh, then 20 lakh rupees exempt, 5 lakh taxable. Point number B, gratuity received. In my example, 25 lakh rupees. So 25 lakh. Option B, 20 lakh. Whichever is lower, 20 lakh will be exempt. Again, third point, option C. 15 days salary based on last drawn salary for each completed year of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. Now, 15 days salary means out of 1 month salary, your 15 days salary will be count. But for how much period? The period based on last drawn salary. Last જે salary આવી હોય એના base ઉપર. For example, if you are an employee of Reliance for 30 years, તમે 30 years કામ કર્યું. So 15 days salary of last month, જે last તમને salary due થઈ હોય એ multiply by 30 years. એ 30 years નું count કરીને થશે. For each completed year or part thereof in excess of 6 months. For example, 30 years and 8 months કામ કર્યું. You have worked for 30 years and 8 months. So કેટલા years count થાય? 31 years. કેમ sir? In excess of 6 months, it will be considered as 1 year. એટલે 31 years. For example, I have worked for Reliance for 30 years and 1 month. Then it will be considered as 30 years only. Sir, 30 years, 5 months. Then 30 years. 30 years, 5 months, 29 days. Then again 30 years. But 30 years, 6 months, 1 day. Then 31 years. 6 months in excess of 6 months. Then and then only it will be considered as 1. Otherwise, no, that year will not be counted. So 30 years. Done? Sir, 15 days salary. 15 days salary તો ક્યારેક 30 days હોય મંથમાં, ક્યારેક 31 days હોય, ક્યારેક 28 days હોય, ક્યારેક 29 days હોય. Then salary for this purpose means, ચલો આ most important, basic salary and dearness allowance. Only two things will be counted. મેં તમને એક ટેબલ બનાવવાનું કીધું હતું, યાદ છે? In which you are supposed to write down the definition of salary. મેં કીધું તો બધા પોઈન્ટ માટે ડેફિનેશન અલગ હશે. જો આમાં અલગ ખાલી here only salary and DA, only two things will be considered. Lucky na there, if other employee received gratuity and covered under POGA Act, covered by POGA Act, then salary plus if other employee received gratuity under POGA Act, POGA Act 1972, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Then salary includes basic salary and dearness allowance. એટલે શું? Dearness allowance is one type of allowance that is fully taxable. જે આપણે fully taxable allowances માં જોઈ ગયા, for well-being it will be given. And for this purpose shall be taken as 26. Now what is this 26? ચલો 1 month ના 15 days consider થાય તો 1 month ના total days કેટલા લેવાના 26. એક month માં 26 days છે એમ જ consider કરવાનું સર. શું કામ? 15 days divided by 26 days multiply by last drawn salary multiply by completed years. આ રીતે ફોર્મ્યુલા થશે. 15 days divided by 26 days multiply by salary last drawn salary multiply by total number of years. Whatever amount will be counted that will be written over here. C. So A, B, C. Whichever is lower that will be exempt. Remaining amount tax. Practical કરશું એટલે વધારે ખ્યાલ આવશે. ચલો part 1 complete. Part 2 not covered by POGA Act. If a person is not covered by POGA Act, then what will be the situation? Any death cum retirement gratuity received by an employee on his retirement or is becoming incapacitated prior to such retirement or on his termination or any gratuity received by his widow, children or dependent on his death is exempt from tax to the extent of least of the following. Least of the following will be exempt. Pehla 2 point same 20 lakh rupees gratuity received. Third point again important, half month salary based on last 10 months average salary immediately preceding the month of retirement or death for each completed year of services. Here fraction will be ignored. એક એક point સમજજો. half month salary એટલે કે 1 divided by 2. covered by POGA માં શું કરતા હતા 15 divided by 26. સમજાણું? અહીંયા 1 divided by 2. Then માં last drawn salary લેતા હતા. અહીંયા average salary of last 10 months. Average salary of last 10 months. એટલે કે last 10 months ની salary question માં હશે. Done? You are supposed to calculate average. Third point, each completed year. ત્યાં શું હતું? Fraction will be counted. In my example, I have given you that 30 years, 8 months. So 31 years count થાય. 30 years, 4 months. So 30 years જ count થાય. But here, 30 years, 4 months, 30 જ કહેવાય. 30 years, 8 months, 30 જ કહેવાય. 30 years, 11 months, તોય 30 જ કહેવાશે. 30 years, 11 months, 29 days, તોય 30 years જ count થશે. Fraction will be ignored. Full completed years હશે એ જ count થશે. Otherwise count થશે નહીં. અને હજી એક ટ્વિસ્ટ, what is the definition of salary? તો અહીંયા salary ની definition અલગ હશે. Salary for this purpose means basic salary, dearness allowance if provided in terms of employment for retirement benefit એટલે કે forming part of salary, and commission which is expressed as a percentage of turnover એટલે કે turnover ના percentage count થશે. So again table માં લખી નાખો. If person does not cover under POGA Act, then salary includes, પછી આ પેરેગ્રાફ ઉપરનો જ પેરેગ્રાફ છે. If employee does not consider under POGA Act, then salary includes basic salary, dearness allowance provided in terms of retirement benefit, provided in terms of retirement benefit. Provident નહીં, dearness allowance if provided in terms of retirement benefit. આમાં લાંબુ આપ્યું છે, but I am giving you in short detail. Provided in terms of retirement benefit plus commission counts based on turnover. Commission based on turnover. Done. Maximum to maximum કેટલી ગ્રેચ્યુટી એક્ઝેમ્પ્ટ થાય? આવો એમસીક્યુ આવી શકે. મેક્સિમમ ગ્રેચ્યુટી એક્ઝેમ્પ્ટ કેટલી બની શકે? 20 લાખ. એનાથી વધારે ગ્રેચ્યુટી એક્ઝેમ્પ્ટ થાય નહીં. સર એ કેમ ખબર પડે? કરો કેલ્ક્યુલેટ. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ અહીંયા 20 લાખ આવે, અહીંયા 30 લાખ આવે, અહીંયા 40 લાખ આવે. સો 20, 30, 40 whichever is lower 20 lakh. મેક્સ ટુ મેક્સ કીધું જ મેં. મેક્સ ટુ મેક્સ 20 લાખ સુધી જ એક્ઝેમ્પ્ટ થાય, એનાથી વધારે થાય નહીં. ડન. ચલો ઓનલાઈન સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ક્લિયર? ચલો ફાસ્ટ. So if you have any doubt, then you can raise your hand, write down in chat box. Otherwise, all of you are requested to write down your enrollment number. Thank you, all of you. चलो 8007, 8013, 8001, 8005 and 3. चलो, thank you.